So let's be real. Sometime in your career, probably for a lot of your career, I know I still get these questions sometimes, somebody's gonna ask you to do something that you feels a little old school or a little mundane or a little rote, or isn't fully using all of what you could bring to a project. 99% of us, when we hit that moment, what do? We grab our coworkers and bitch for an hour about like, I wish this client would let me do. And we allow ourselves to get all frustrated with that negative energy about, I wish my client would let me do. But in actuality, you have the ability to make that change. You just gotta start thinking differently. And today I'm gonna give you some tips, probably about 4 or 5, on how to go about convincing somebody to let you work on the cool shit that you wanna work on. So let's go. Step 1, confirm your client's goals. Yeah, this is about them making money probably, or hitting some goal or objective. So they're not waking up in the morning so you can just work on cool shit. They're actually seeing you as a pathway to help them hit their goals and objectives. So first thing you want to do is make sure you talk to them about what their goals are. Have any of those goals changed? Are the KPIs any different? Are the leading indicators any different? Super important first step. So once you've confirmed client goals, my second pointer for you is keep it real, or make it real. Talking to your client about what could be or what you might be able to do someday, or this thing that they should do, doesn't make it real for them. Don't think your client's stupid. What your client's doing is they're basically saying to you, hey, I think the best way to use your time is by doing these things. If you feel that your time is better used for them to hit their goals on other things, then it's your job to make that case. And how do you make that case? By making it real to them. So that means that hour you spent at lunch talking to your freaking neighbor or your friend about how this client isn't letting you do stuff should be reinvested in actually doing stuff for the client. And now, maybe after 10 or 12 lunches, you put in 10 or 12 hours that allow you to show the client what is possible if they let you work on these cool things that help them to hit their objectives. But you gotta put in the fucking work. It could be weekends, nights, mornings, I don't care. Your clients aren't just gonna fall out of the sky and let you do cool stuff, right? I wish a bag of money would hit me in the face right now, but it's not gonna happen if I don't go out in the world and try to make it happen. My third tip here is don't minimize the task. And what I mean by that is, if you start calling shit mundane, or I shouldn't really have to do this, or I could do better things for you without making it real for your client, it means you're kind of minimizing the task that they're asking you to do, which kind of could make some people feel like, what do you think, I'm stupid? Like, you think that I don't know that these things exist? So you want to tread lightly on kind of poo-pooing this task that the client sees as really important. Sometimes I have found when I put my foot in my mouth that they're like, hey, I don't necessarily want you to work on this either, but I don't have the team right now to kick this thing out for me, and my boss asks me for it every single week. So that's the biggest thing you can do for me, is to get my boss off my ass around these metrics. And at that moment, you can then choose to ask your client, hey, might I be able to get another resource on the project? Might be a little bit tough, but can I get another resource on the project because I've now shown you a big value ticket item, a $30,000 win per month win for you, but I might need you to give me 3 hours of someone else's time who could take this off my plate so I can go get you that big opportunity. And that comes back to making it real. So it's gotta come back to their goals and objectives. Now they can compare apples to apples on all the other places they're investing in and why they should invest in your idea. And if that client says, no, I just need you to keep doing it, then let's move on to our fourth and final tip. How do I earn your trust? That phrase speaks volumes in these kinds of conversations. So here's how they go with clients when I'm struggling to get them on board with my vision on what my team can do for them versus maybe what they're asking us to do. I would say to them, have I earned your trust enough yet to enable me to take 5 or 10% or 25% of my team's time to invest in this thing I just showed you could either save you money or keep you from being disrupted? Can we invest 20, 25%, 5%, whatever that number is, of our time in starting to work on that project for you? That then forces the client to answer you and say, no, you actually haven't earned my trust enough yet to enable you to go off on this project that you think is so important. Or they'll say, you know what? We do trust you enough. how about we give you 5% of your time to work on this thing? So that leads us in two different directions. If the client says, no, you haven't earned my trust enough yet to let you run off on this 5 or 10% project, then your next question is, well, then what do I have to do over the next 3 months to earn your trust to maybe get a chance to work on that 3 months from now? And then to be honest, for the next 3 months, just do the shit they're asking you to do until you hit that goal. If the client does say, yeah, you know what, I'll give you 15% of your time to work on that thing and kind of look out for the future for me, or to use your skills in a different way to help me hit this goal that I really got to hit this year. If they say that, do not run off and start working on it. You have to ask another qualifying question, which is this. What would you need to see in the first month that would make you say, damn, this was a great idea. Let's double down and make this 40 or 50% of your time instead of 5%. Ask the client to tell you what they would need to see. What kind of data would they see? What kind of leading indicators would be going up or down that would make them within 30 days want to double down that time that you're investing? And then on the flip side, you got to ask this too. What if we got to 30 days from now out of our 3 months and you said, you know what? This isn't working at all like the way that I thought. Tell me what would have happened or transpired. They'll say, oh, we didn't hit this number, or I just don't believe it, or my boss deprioritized it. And now what you're also getting is that kind of delineation of 30 days from now, I better sound a lot more like this than this if I want them to double down my time on going about doing some of the things that I think I could do for them to help them hit their goals. So hope this is helpful. By all means, leave comments and questions. I'll be more than willing to record another video to see how I can help. Thanks so much.